Now we're on our last topic, which is domain and range. For this type of questions, there are typically about 6 types of domain and range. There's typically like 3 of linear, maybe 2 or 3 of quadratics, which are these U-shaped graphs, and 1 exponential. So here I have some, like a quick reference sheet, an example, step-by-step thing that can help you kind of guide you through how to approach these domain and range questions. And I like to approach it like a checklist, right? You want to make sure you mark your text with like number one, domain is X, range is Y, label the axes that you need, right? And then after that, you want to eliminate your answer choices. So let's ask for domain, which is X, you eliminate anything that has a Y. Check those number of endpoints. When you have 2 endpoints, or basically 2 actual points that you can physically see on your graph, then you will have 2 numbers in your solution. Domain, of course, is left to right because that's how the x-axis goes. Range is bottom to top because that's how the y-axis goes, and then so on. And then also important is that if you have an open circle, you will have these inequalities, and then a closed circle with these inequalities. And you have like some examples here. So let's go to this question. We have a part of a linear function is graph on the grid. Which inequalities best describes domain and range of the part shown? So I'm going to color code this. I'm going to use blue for domain. From this, I know that domain is my x. So I'm going to put x there. I am looking at my x-axis, right? If I look at my answer choices, domains are all x-axis, so there's nothing I can eliminate there. As far as number of endpoints go, I do have 2 points, and then I do have 2 numbers in all solutions here. So again, I cannot eliminate anything. Domain goes from left to right, so which means that I'm going to look at the point furthest to the left, look at that, follow that x-axis, the x value, and I see that it's -7. Point furthest to the right here, and I see that it's 6. So if I go back to my answer choices, I see domain -4 and 5. I can go ahead and eliminate that. Domain has -7 and 6. Okay, that can work. H cannot work. And then J possibly can. So now the next thing is to look at these inequality symbols. So both of those are closed circles. So I should have this less than or equal to. So I see that here in J. If my question would have been, or my graph would have had 2 open circles, then my answer would have been G, right? Because both of these represent open circles. But that is not the case. So my answer technically here would be J. But let me go ahead and discuss range. Range represents your Y values. So again, I'm looking at Y here. Range, you read it from bottom to top, so you find your point furthest at the bottom. You trace that over to the y-axis. In this case, it's -4. Point furthest to the top, it's this one. You trace it over to your y, and you see that it's 5. They're both closed circles, so again, they should be, sorry, I need to write this here, bottom to top. So they both need to still